Personal style should be organic, it should be effortless, and it should be transformative. These are all aspects of my personal style philosophy, and I can't wait to share more of it with you. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Charla if you're new here. As a style coach and wardrobe consultant, I help women to hone into their personal style identity and develop systems that enable them to integrate effortless personal style into their everyday lives. So if style, confidence, and purpose are your vibes, you're gonna love it here. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you a lot about my personal style philosophy. Now, a lot of people find my approach to style very surprising. Why? Because though I love style and I love fashion and I have a background in it, I don't obsess about style. And I know this might be surprising, but I don't spend a lot of time on websites. I don't spend a lot of time thinking like, oh my goodness, I have to get this, else, my life won't be complete, and this is what I need. I gotta have it. This is the latest bag. I gotta have this. No, I don't obsess about it. I don't think that obsessing about anything is healthy or good for you, and so I absolutely don't obsess about style. Now, a next thing is that I'm not a stickler for rules. So when it comes to style with me, this is a non-judgment zone. I don't go around saying like you should only wear this because it's perfect for your body type, or because these colors complement you well means that you should stick to these colors, or don't wear white in winter and doing this. I'm not all about sticking to the rules. Now, who created these rules anyway? We are all different. We all come from different places, different contexts, different life experiences, and therefore we should be allowed to express ourselves the way we want to and the way we feel best. After all, isn't that what personal style is about anyway? So a bit about my background. Now, I have a bachelor's degree in fashion marketing and management with a minor in design. I've had a clothing line for over 10 years and I've styled a lot of people. I've designed for a lot of people. I've done merchandising for stores. And you can say I have a passion for fashion, right? When I started my fashion journey, I was a lot into like high-end couture art type style. Then I transitioned into more functional pieces, and then eventually I found a sweet spot in bridal. Now, even with all of that experience, I would say I knew a whole lot about fashion and not a whole lot about personal style. Because at the end of the day, guys, the type of style that's gonna benefit you and that's gonna propel you to be the best you that you can be, it's not gonna be the one-off style when you look good and feel good for these special occasions. It's your everyday style, how you're able to show up and really take up your space in this world. And personal style enables you to do that in an empowered, intentional, and deliberate way. So I started off in fashion when I was pretty young. So just as my experiences changed, as I evolved, as my experiences changed, as I became a mom, I became a wife, I became, a friend, just as I evolved as an individual, so too did my style. And I began to think about how I can not only look good, but feel great. Because there's a lot of times we look really good and we're hitting it to the nines, as everyone says, and within us we don't feel a marrying of the internal and the external. So it's almost like a facade, right? And that was definitely not something I wanted my style to be about. I really decided that I wanted to focus on myself personally. What are my likes? What are my preferences? Stop looking so much to the external influences to really determine what I would wear, but to be able to make my style align and support my lifestyle. So I didn't want it to be separate entities, like dressing fancy and looking great sometimes because I need to for an occasion, and then just dressing regular with no thought or no deliberateness other times, right? It all needed to support me, support what my goals are, support my mission, and also be able to inspire others around me as I go along, inspiring and empowering myself. Most of all, I didn't want my style to feel forced. I wanted it to feel organic, just natural, flowing from what I'm feeling within me, from my likes, my passions, and just really representing the things I love. And I also wanted it to be effortless. I never believe in just overthinking things or looking like I'm trying so hard. So I really wanted my style to be effortless. And I wanted it to be transformational for me, that it makes me just want to set out to achieve all of my goals, just really set out to, exude a really nice persona. I also wanted to be transformative to others, right? Because a lot of times when we think we're dressing and looking good for ourselves, we're also inspiring others when we do that to show up fully as themselves as well, to dress up a little bit more, to be more intentional about the things they put on, so that it could just be a little bit more cheerful, a little bit more happy, a little bit more productive. And that's definitely what I wanted to do with my style. So I had to come up with systems that could make my style align with my goals, my lifestyle, my passions, those things I love to say all the time, right? But I find that a key thing is that my style had to be attainable. And I think this is something a lot of times that throws off a lot of people. You may have a type of style that you really, really love, but it may not align with who you are. It may not align with your lifestyle. And so then good style becomes unattainable for you, because it's not something that you can integrate into your everyday life. So then it's like you just forget about it on most days, because it's not something that's practical for you on an everyday basis. I also had to come up with simplifying some things a bit to make my style more attainable for my everyday life. So I had to develop and implement a few strategies that would enable me to carry out style in a way that felt good for me, right? And so, believe it or not, I don't spend a lot of time picking out outfits and figuring out what I'm gonna wear. And that's because of these systems. So the first thing I did is try to curate a winning wardrobe. This is a wardrobe that has a good balance of foundational pieces and also fillers, right? So this is your basics that can really help with building your outfits, and then other signature pieces and statement pieces that really help to put your personal touch and really give your narrative to yourself and to the world about what you want your style to represent. I also began to do a lot of planned shopping. So rather than the sporadic, every time I see a sale pop up in my email, or every time something looks so good, I'm gonna get it, I embarked upon planning out my purchases. So I'm very aware, first of all, of what's in my wardrobe. So even though there might be a lot of stuff in there, I'm aware of what's there. And so then because of that awareness, I know what I want to add, what are some gaps, what are some things I want to get rid of eventually, so I might need some new ones to replace them. So I'm very aware of what's happening in there. And I'm not aware of it in a way that I'm obsessing about it, where this is the only thing I think about, because believe me, it's not. I'm a mom of 3, I'm a wife, I'm a full-time educator, and I'm also a student pursuing a master's degree. And so definitely when it comes to my style, it's not in a way that I'm sitting down thinking about it much. I am deliberate about thinking about it and curating it, but not excessively. And it's doable for me. It's definitely doable for you. I also have weekly routines. So I pick out my clothes weekly. You can do it several ways. So I don't decide like I'm gonna wear this Monday, I'm gonna wear this Tuesday, I'm gonna wear this Wednesday, but I pick out 5 outfits and I hang them on a rack that's separate to my closet. So I take them away from everything else, so that there's not a lot of overwhelm of approaching a full closet every morning. So I have these 5 outfits, and I don't choose which one I'm gonna wear which day until the day actually comes, and then I say like, okay, I'm gonna wear this one this day, I'm gonna wear this one this day. And I really find that this enables me to even wear more of my clothes because, you know, I'm taking the time to take them out of the wardrobe, and then I rotate them. So then I know like this week I wore these ones, maybe let's try something else. And it helps me with exploring and discovering new ways to really put different looks together, new outfits together. So this is something that I do, maybe something you can do. Pick out your clothes for the week. You will find it saves you time in the morning. It's also frees up your mind mentally, because that's one less thing you have to think about in the morning. You already have your outfits there. Also because my husband does the ironing, so that's kind of why I pick out the outfits as well on Sunday. So he irons them, and then I have my 5 outfits that I can go to each morning of the week. Okay. Besides that, you know, I also find that having a little beauty routine helps a bit. And so I'm not a big makeup person. I don't even really know how to do my makeup like that, but I know how to do it well enough to put on some eyeliner, some mascara, some brows, some lashes, even if I wanted to, and a lippy, right? Most days I just do a lip gloss. Sometimes if I really want a little oomph, I do my red lippy, right? So these are also some systems you can curate into your style routine. But the key thing is to come up with your style philosophy. What are your values? What are your goals? What are your passions? What do you hope to achieve through your personal style, right? Now, when I think about what I want to achieve, I want to be able to achieve my personal goals. I want to be able to impact people around me, beginning with those in my home. And so like in my home, even with my children, you know, I can see that they put some thought into their outfits, and also they observe how, you know, I use style to make myself feel more confident, to feel more beautiful. And also, as you know, as a wife, I want to look good for my husband. There's no shame in that. And as a co-worker and a friend, I want to show up in a way that feels good to me, so that I can fully be myself for others and inspire them to do the same. So this is my style philosophy, guys. I love my style organic. I love it effortless, and I want it to be transformative. How about you? Tell me a bit about what your personal style philosophy is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, to click like if you liked the video, and to comment if it really resonated with you. Until next time, guys, remember to commit to your style and show up as yourself fully. The world needs you in all your glory.